Bolo Shri Haidakhandi Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Welcome to today's full moon fire ceremony in honor of Sri Mahaprabhuji and the Divine Mother. We're grateful that you're all here with us. Bolo Shri Haidakhandi Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Om Apavitra Pavitra Vasavavastam Gato Pivaya. Purari Kaksham Savibhyam Padasuchi. Om Purari Kaksha Punatu. Om Ganganapati Nama. Om Ganganapati Nama. We'll set the intention now. Dear Babaji and Divine Mother, please come and be with us as we gather today in Crestone, Colorado, and around the world in your honor, offering this sacred fire ceremony. We always offer it to say thank you for all that you give to us and provide for us. We also want to remember today all the people who are suffering around the world and all the people who have asked for prayers and intercession. Today is the full moon day. It's Thursday, the 7th of May, 2020. And Jonathan, Ramloti, and Will be presiding over this ceremony. Om Ganganapati Nama, Om Ganganapati Nama, Om Ganganapati Nama, Om Shri Samba Sadashivaya Satgurave Nama, Avahanam Samarpyami, Om Shri Samba Sadashivaya Satgurave Nama, Asanam Samarpyami, Om Shurajal Snanam Samarpyami, Om Namah Shambhavaya Cha Mayo Bhavaya Cha, Namah Shankaraya Cha Mayaskaraya Cha, Namah Shivaya Cha Shivataraya Cha, Namah Shambhavaya Cha Mayo Bhavaya Cha, Namah Shankaraya Cha Mayaskaraya Cha, Namah Shivaya Cha Shivataraya Cha. Om Shri Samba Sadashivaya Satgurave Namah, Panchamrit Sanam Samarpyami. Om Shri Samba Sadashivaya Satgurave Namah, Shurajal Snanam Samarpyami. Om Namah Shambhavaya Cha Mayo Bhavaya Cha, Namah Shankaraya Cha Mayaskaraya Cha, Namah Shivaya Cha Shivataraya Cha. Okay. Shri Samba Sadashivaya Satgurave Namah, Asanam Samarpyami. Om Shri Samba Sadashivaya Satgurave Namah, Sugandhim Samarpyami. Om Shri Samba Sadashivaya Satgurave Namah, Yagyo Pavitam Samarpyami. Om Agnaya Shiste Krite Namah Swaha, Om Vardanim Agnim Avahayami Pujyami, Om Chandanam Samarpyami. Please do.
I need some in the leg.
Just, you all done?
I didn't mean to.
Shri Samba Sadashivaya Satgurave Namah, Kumkuram Samarpyami. Sambasadashivaya Satgurave Nama Aksatam Samapyami. Sambasadashivaya Satgurave Nama Pushpamalam Samapyami. Shri Sambasadashivaya Satgurave Nama Pushpam Samapyami. Shri Sambasadashivaya Satgurave Nama Vidyam Samapyami. Om Pranasva, Udhanasva, Adhanasva, Samanasva, Jnanasva, and Dupam Samapyami. We're doing the fire ceremony indoors today because there's a very stringent fire ban right now in this area because we have not had rain for quite some time. So we'll also be remembering that in our intentions as well today. Bolo Shri Haidakhandi Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Om Gananatva Ganapati Gumhavamahe Priyanatva Priyapati Gumhavamahe Nidinatva Nidipati Gumhavamahe Vasamam Ahamajani Garbadam Atmashasi Garbadam Swaha
Swaha.
Om Ganganapate Namah Swaha
Swaha.
Om Vakratunda Hum Fat Swaha
Swaha.
Om Gunguru Vyo Namah Swaha
Swaha.
Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivadanam Udvarukameva Bandhanat Mritur Mokshya Mamritat Swaha
Swaha.
Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pativedanam Udvarukameva Bandhanat Dito Mokshya Mamritat Swaha
Swaha.
Om Tat Purushaya Vidmahe Mahadevya Dhimahi Tana Rudra Prachoda Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Hring Shring Haidakhandi Shvarya Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Hring Namo Bhagavate Mahamanindra Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Namo Bhagavate Mahamanindra Hring Haidakhandi Namah Shivaya Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Shri Satgurave Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Kailash Giriyavare Rame Nivasantam Shushantivi Tatmunim Satatan Vande Satya Karunya Rupinam Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Yasasmana Matrena Sito Bhavati Sadaka Satgurum Tamhan Vande Haidakhandi Vasinim Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Yasa Kripa Katanshana Daimyo Bhavati Manava Tasya Padarikam Pranamani Nirantaram Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Kamalam Radiyam Yasa Kamalam Yasa Vashanam Dandopi Kamalo Yasa Kamalam Gam Namamyaham Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Drishtyam Dayamayam Kritva Yapashati Chara Charam Lokapaka Anidato Ragaveshari Varchata Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Satguru Sakunandaro Dhyanyam Satashidam Satyam Param Chinanadam Samsmarami Hisavada Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Hariya Riva Hariya Bhakto Hariya Dhyan Parayanam Hariya Namamritam Pitva Hariya Dam Param Vrachet Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Yodarati Chabalanam Satyanam Jusudalbam Sarva Sathani Noapi Tvame Kamabalam Banam Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Mahama Chandarupena Moadvanta Vinashaka Sarva Bhutatra Posi Mahendra Sachivanam Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Ananda Rupam Shri Shakti Ditam Vidyam Param Brahma Sarvabhutyam Karunya Purnam Gurumurti Rupam Devim Namaha Jagadishwarim Tvam Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Mam Raksha Nityam Jagadabalambe Tvameva Satyam Jagajivani Mata Sansara Jamwa Jaroga Vidyam Madhyam Bhaje Haidakhandi Vasinim Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Shrim 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 Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Shrim 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 Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Shrim 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 Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Hrim 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 Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Hrim 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 Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Hrim 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 Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Clean 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 Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Clean 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 Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Clean 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 Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Shri Mahadev Parvati Sharanam Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Shri Mahadev Parvati Sharanam Swaha. Om
Swaha.
Shri Mahadev Parvati Sharanam Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Bam Batkaya Apadudadnaya Kuru Kuru Batkaya Bam Om Namah Shivaya Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Bam Batkaya Apadudadnaya Kuru Kuru Batkaya Bam Om Namah Shivaya Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Bam Batkaya Apadudadnaya Kuru Kuru Batkaya Bam Om Namah Shivaya Swaha.
Swaha.
Indra Vacha Namaste Stu Mahamaye Shri Pite Shwara Puchate Shankha Chakra Garahaste Mahalakshmi Namostute Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Namaste Garuda Arude Kola Asura Vayamkare Sarva Papa Hare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Sarva Gain Sarva Varade Sarva Dusta Vayamkare Sarva Dukha Hare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Siddhi Bhukti Prade Devi Bhukti Mukti Pradayani Mantra Putra Sada Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Ad Anta Rahita Devi Adya Shakti Maheshwari Yoga Jay Yoga Sambhute Mahalakshmi Namostute Swaha. Om Stula Shukshma Maharodre Mahashakti Mahudade Mahapapa Hare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute Swaha. Om Padma Asana Shite Devi Pada Brahma Svarupani Paramashi Jagannata Mahalakshmi Namostute Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Sveta Ambara Dare Devi Nana Lankara Bhushate Jagastiti Jagannata Mahalakshmi Namostute Swaha. Om Hring Shring Haidakhandi Shvarya Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Now I'm going to read 108 names of the Divine Mother. Om Shri Mahalakshmiaye Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Shri Haidakhandi Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Ambaye Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Anandrupaye Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Parambaye Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Abhishsiddhaye Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Durgaye Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Ambikaye Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Jagadambikaye Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Parmeshwaniyaye Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Karlaye Mahendriyaye Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Savitriyaye Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Matriyaye Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Vedmatriyaye Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Kaliyaye Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Siddhidatriyaye Namah Swaha. Om Varunaye Namah Swaha. Om Sarvamangala-datriyaye Namah Swaha. Om Ishtatriyaye Namah Swaha. Namah Swaha. Om Shri Shakti Deeptaye Namah Swaha. Om Vidyaye Namah Swaha. Om Haraye Namah Swaha. Om Karunaye Purnaye Namah Swaha. Om Guru Murti Rupaye Namah Swaha. Om Devyaye Namah Swaha. Om Durgaye Namah Swaha. Om Saraswatiyaye Namah Swaha. Om Parvatiyaye Namah Swaha. Om Divyaye Namah Swaha. Om Ayankaryaye Namah Swaha. Om Parmeshwariyaye Namah Swaha. Om Purnaye Namah Swaha. Om Vidyaye Namah Swaha. Om Parmayaye Namah Swaha. Om Mahamayaye Namah Swaha. Om Sarvadaye Shivdaye Namah Swaha. Om Sarvagatiyaye Namah Swaha. Om Katyaniyaye Namah Swaha. Om Bhavtariniyaye Namah Swaha. Om Haidakhandi Universal Namah Swaha. Om Tariniyaye Namah Swaha. Om Mahavidyaye Namah Swaha. Om Padmaye Namah Swaha. Om Maheshwariyaye Namah Swaha. Om Sharanaye Namah Swaha. Om Shivdutiyaye Namah Swaha. Om Shivpriyaye Namah Swaha. Om Mahavidyaye Namah Swaha. Om Shri Prayaye Namah Swaha. Om Mahavidyaye Namah Swaha. Om Parameshwariyaye Namah Swaha. Om Mohiniyaye Namah Swaha. Om Annapurnaye Namah Swaha. Om Sarvagatiyaye Namah Swaha. Om Shri Pusandariyaye Namah Swaha. Om Chandikaye Namah Swaha. Taraswiniyaye Namah Swaha. Om Ranjanikaye Namah Swaha. Om Ramaye Namah Swaha. Om Vedmurtiyaye Namah Swaha. Om Saraswatiyaye Namah Swaha. Om Yudadiniyaye Namah Swaha. Om Bhadrakaliyaye Namah Swaha. Om Hade Priyankariyaye Namah Swaha. Om Kalyaniyaye Namah Swaha. Om Mangaladhyayiniyaye Namah Swaha. Om Shristi Mayaye Namah Swaha. Om Anantayaye Namah Swaha. Om Dhyanaye Namah Swaha. Om Jagadatriyaye Namah Swaha. Om Nandyaye Namah Swaha. Om Muktipradaye Namah Swaha. Om Hring Shrim Mahamayaye Namah Swaha. Om Param Divyaye Namah Swaha. Om Bhuvaneshwariyaye Namah Swaha. Om Siddhi Deviyaye Namah Swaha. Om Bhavaniyaye Namah Swaha. Om Radhaye Namah Swaha. Om Janatyaye Namah Swaha. Om Amritaye Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Krishnaye Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Chandrarupiniyaye Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Vishvamayaye Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Yoginiyaye Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Indraniyaye Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Kapaliniyaye Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Bhairaviyaye Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Kundaliniyaye Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Kankaliyaye Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Narsingiyaye Namah
Swaha.
Hring Shring Hariakandashvaryaye Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Hring Shring Hariakandashvaryaye Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Hring Shring Hariakandashvaryaye Namah Swaha. Shri Ram Ramaya Namah Swaha. Shri Ram Ramaya Namah Swaha. Shri Ram Ramaya Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Kling Krishnaya Govindaye Gopijana Vallabhaya Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Kling Krishnaya Govindaye Gopijana Vallabhaya Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Kling Krishnaya Govindaye Gopijana Vallabhaya Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Hang Hanumate Namah Swaha. Hang Hanumate Namah Swaha. Hang Hanumate Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Dam Daktraye Namah Swaha. Dam Daktraye Namah Swaha. Dam Daktraye Namah Swaha. Gom Varkshnataya Namah Swaha. Gom Varkshnataya Namah Swaha. Gom Varkshnataya Namah Swaha. Bam Brahmane Namah Swaha. Bam Brahmane Namah Swaha. Bam Brahmane Namah Swaha. Vim Vishnave Namah Swaha. Vim Vishnave Namah Swaha. Vim Vishnave Namah Swaha. Sang Sadanaya Namah Swaha. Sang Sadanaya Namah Swaha. Sang Sadanaya Namah Swaha. Sung Suryaya Namah Swaha. Sung Suryaya Namah Swaha. Sung Suryaya Namah Swaha. Nagrahada Vibhyo Namah Swaha. Nagrahada Vibhyo Namah Swaha. Nagrahada Vibhyo Namah Swaha. Gongo to me Gangaye Namah Swaha. Gongo to me Gangaye Namah Swaha. Gongo to me Gangaye Namah Swaha. Aim Hring Kling Chamundaya Vichaya Swaha. Aim Hring Kling Chamundaya Vichaya Swaha. Aim Hring Kling Chamundaya Vichaya Swaha. Im Samasidavaya Namah Swaha. Im Samasidavaya Namah Swaha. Im Samasidavaya Namah Swaha. Bhur Bhuvaswa Tatsavitur Varenyam. Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat Swaha. Bhur Bhuvaswa Tatsavitur Varenyam. Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat Swaha. Bhur Bhuvaswa Tatsavitur Varenyam. Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat Swaha. Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, 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 Swaha. Shri Haidakhandi Namah Swaha. Shri Haidakhandi Namah Swaha. Shri Haidakhandi Namah Swaha. So last five. Shri Stadivaktivya Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Shri Kul Devatabhya Om Shri Kul Devatabhyo Namah Swaha
Swaha.
Om Shri Gram Devatabhyo Namah Swaha Om Shri Stam Devatabhyo Namah Swaha. Let's stand on the final one.
Do you need a couple of flowers?
Sure, thank you. Om Hring Sangye Sabarivare Savahane Savayudaya Nana Bijata Strate Shima Kale Shima Lakshmi Shima Saraswatya Das Mahavidya Swarupini Sharakandeshvarya Sharakandeshvarya Cha Mahahutim Samapyami Namah Swaha.
Swaha.
Bolo Shri Haidakhandi Bhagwan Ki Jai. Now we'll sing the Divine Mother Arti.
Haidakhandi Mata Ki Jai.
Jai.
Haidakhandi Mata Ki Jai. Bole Baba Ki Jai.
Jai.
Gautamagangye Har, Narmade Har, Jatashankare Har, Om Namo Parvati Pate Har. Om Haidakhandi, Om Haidakhandi, Om Haidakhandi, Om Haidakhandi, Om Haidakhandi.
Shri Haidakhandi Bhagwan ki
Jai.
Jai. So today, because our drummer is having very strong allergic reaction, he's not here today, so I'm going to give a little discourse, and hopefully you'll enjoy that. We are going to try to mic me, and last time we had a little bit of trouble with our solar electricity, but we'll see how we do today without being attached to the electricity. Something about the grounding of it all. So during the Divine Mother Festival, we read quite a bit from the Srimad Devi Bhagavatam, an ancient Purana of the Divine Mother. And today I thought I would couple the story that I'm going to share with you with some of the interpretation from the Chandipat, because I like how he assigns all the demons to what's going on within ourselves. Durga Mata ki jai, Vishveshwari Mata ki jai. So I just finished one of the things I have been really enjoying with this quiet time is that I have more time to read this book, so I've been reading this a lot again. And I just finished a story about Mahesur, who was quite a demon and had a boon from Brahma that only a woman could kill him. And he usurped all the gods and goddesses for many years until the Divine Mother came to the rescue. Is it having any problem? Good. Great. So I'm going to go ahead and read. Vyasa, who's the writer of this Purana, said, "Kalpas passed after Mahesur's death. The wheel of time spun around, and at times the Devas and Dharma would rule the three worlds. And at other times, some great Asura, or demon, with a boon, would usurp Indra's throne in Devaloka and establish a reign of darkness over the Triloka. Usually an incarnation of Vishnu or Shiva would kill the demon, and peace and truth would return to creation. But after many manvantaras, which is a very long time, 2 asuras were born called Sumba and Nishumba. If you plug that in, I can't use this. So, do we have enough battery? Okay, so because that's when the electricity, yeah. 2 asuras were born called Sumba and Nisumba. They were brothers and they were awesome demons. Once when they were still youths, they came out of Patala where they lived and arrived in Pushkar, Brahma's lake that is perhaps the most sacred place on earth. They sat there in flinchless tapasya without eating or drinking, locked, unmoving in yoga asana, their breath so controlled that they breathed barely 5 times a day. It is told they sat for an ajuta, which is 10,000 years, and it shall be yours. The emaciated asura's faces and bodies were covered by 10,000 years jata, yet they shone. They rose painfully and walked around their illustrious grandsire Brahma in pradakshina, heads bowed and hands folded. They came before him again, and they were so frail and weak that they collapsed at his feet, panting from the effort of just one circumambulation. Their voices choked. They said to him, "O Brahma, Lord of gods, there is nothing more terrible in this world than death. Ocean of mercy, if you are truly pleased with us, grant us immortality." Brahma said, "No one in the 3 worlds can give you that boon. All that live must die. It is the law of the universe. Why, even I, Brahma, will know death when the time comes for the stars to be extinguished. Ask me for anything else, demons, and I will give it to you. Immortality is not in my power to bestow." The 2 of him. Sumba said, "Lord, grant us that no male of any race or species from any of the 3 worlds can kill us. No Deva, no Gandharva, or any of the celestials can kill us. And we know, and no beast, and no fish, no bird, no man. And we know that there is no woman anywhere that can harm us, so we won't ask for a boon against woman." Brahma, who remembered Mahisa of old, smiled. The thought flitted across his mind that perhaps it was time again for the Devi to incarnate herself. Brahma said, "I grant you your boon, Asuras." When Brahma vanished before their eyes, Sumba and Nisumba went back to their home in Patala. Now they called great Bhrigu, the best of munis, and told them about their tapasya and the boon they had had from Brahma. Bhrigu, who could see many things, saw that the future belonged to those demons and agreed to be their priest. He wrought an auspicious golden throne, and on an auspicious day, Sumba, who was the older, was crowned king of his people. Word went out like wildfire that once more a great sovereign sat on the throne in Patala, and asuras from 3 worlds who had lived in the abject condition for a yuga, toiling under the Deva yoke, swarmed to Sumba. Millions of fierce and bitter demons came, wanting to have power again and honor. They spread from the netherworld like a plague, and millions of asuras with just one purpose in their hearts, to conquer all the created worlds. Every demon of that endless army was prepared to die for this cause. They swept over the kingdoms of earth in a tide, and no human king could resist them. Many nations of the earth joined the demon army or became their agents.
thinking that surely the future belonged to the mighty king in Patala and his brother, who were said to be immortal. These nations and these people who sold their souls to evil were given great wealth and power in the world. Their kings willed in demons and invaded Devaloka. Indra met the demon legions at the gate, and battle broke out. Thousands fell on both sides. Finally, Indra himself rode into battle, mounted on his white swan, and Nishumba had been waiting just for him, and they fought. When a day went by and neither the Deva nor the Asura seemed to gain any advantage, Indra cast his diamond thunderbolt at Nishumba. That weapon of 1,000 jagged joints struck the demon squarely in his chest with an explosion like a star bursting asunder, and the demon fell unconscious. Yet even that magical weapon, which could have raised a whole army, did not kill the demon because he had Brahma's boon. And word flew to Shumba on earth, and he arrived at once in Devaloka, and swift as could be, they started fighting some more. And finally, they overcame all the Devas, and Shumba marched into the Devaloka with his legions, and everything in heaven was now his to enjoy. The Parijata, the tree of wishes, the cow that gave everlasting milk, the cow of plenty, all the untold wealth and power of the Devaloka, and all the beautiful aspiras, they were all now Shumba and Nishumba. Meanwhile, the Devas fled into the wilderness and lived in desolation in mountain caves and in the hearts of deep jungles and trackless deserts. They, the Lord of heaven and earth, lived like beggars in shameful exile. Fortune had deserted them, and their lives were as inglorious now as they had been majestic when Indra sat in the throne of Devaloka. Darkness fell on creation, for a demon was sovereign now, and his demons were masters of the elements of time and destiny. Evil kings loyal to Shumba and Nishumba, creatures of night that served their eerie lords' purposes, ruled the earth. Men fell to greed and lust, to thieving and murder, and every other sort of evil. Ignorance and sorrow shrouded every heart, and anarchy was the order of the day. Thus 1,000 years passed, and evil held all the races and kingdoms firmly in its clasp, while the terrible Shumba was lord of heaven and earth. The Devas were all but forgotten. They roamed the outer waste like lunatics, often in disguise, for the Asuras would kill them if they were discovered. Yet Indra and his people hardly needed to disguise themselves anymore, for the luster of their bodies had faded in 1,000 years, and they looked like common beggars. One day, when their old arrogance was quite crushed and abject despair seized them, the Devas came to their guru Brihaspati, in a pitiful throng. And Indra said, "Master, save us. We are in hell. Perform some potent havans, yagyas, that we may vanquish the demons." Their wise guru said with a smile, Yagyas and mantras are helpless against destiny. You are the very Devas whom the mantras and yagyas invoke, and look at you now, that fate has turned against you. Brihaspati was thoughtful for a moment, then he said slowly, "My lord, in ancient times that have all but vanished from your memory, there was another great demon with a boon exactly like the one Shumba and Nishumba have. So many ages have passed since then that I think you must have forgotten even the name of Mahesura. So many yugas had passed that the immortal Devas had indeed forgotten Mahesura, but Indra remembered something. Wasn't that the demon who was a buffalo's son? Yes, and he too couldn't be killed by any man of any race. Then how did we kill him? You worshiped the Divine Mother, and she appeared on her golden beast and killed the demon for you. The Devas remembered now. Brihaspati went on, only the Devi can help us. You must worship her. I can feel it in my blood. It is the time again for her to incarnate herself, for I fear men have forgotten her. I have heard that ever since she was born as Uma to Rudra's wife, Shiva, the Devi dwells on the Himalayas, for he is Parvati's earthly father. The Devas bowed to their sage guru and took themselves to the white Himalayas, where they sat in meditation at the cave mouth within which they had been told by some munis the Devi dwelt. Without pause, they chanted her blessed mantra, Hrim. They became immersed in that pristine syllable that is verily the Devi herself. The Devas forgot themselves in their worship. At times, spontaneously, praise of the Devi would flow from one or the other's lips while he spoke, was unaware that he had even spoken. Suddenly, Indra would exclaim in rapture, O Devi, mercy and forgiveness are but thy manifestations. Or some weeks later, Agni would cry, Thou art the seed of the universe, the beginning and the end of all things. Or Varuna would whisper a vision he had, mother of galaxies, mother of three fathers of time. Vayu would breathe, the worlds have forgotten you, O mother. Please come again amongst us again. And one day, when an age had passed, the Devas felt a blinding light enfold all the mountains where they sat in meditation. They opened their eyes and saw the goddess before them. Ah, she was young. Hers was the loveliness that defined beauty. Hers was the light from which all other lights flowed. She smiled at them, so their hearts were swept with bliss, and said in a voice like a rumbling cloud, Whom are you calling to so desperately, Devas, upon this icy mountain of the earth? Why are you here and not in your heaven? The ones of light, the Devas, were all aquiver at her presence of grace, at her stunning beauty, at her beautiful voice. They said to her in awe, in huge love, Devi, Bhagavati, Sumba and Nishumba torment the whole worlds. They have cast the Devas out of Devaloka and ruled the three worlds in our place. Evil stalks creation, and demons, great demons like Ratabija, Chanda, and Munda, hold sway over time and the elements. Like Mahesura of old, Shumba and his brother cannot be slain by any man. You are our only refuge, Mahamaya, merciful mother. Please save us. And the Devas wept before the goddess. When the mother of the universe saw the abject condition of the Devas, she also had tears in her fathomless eyes. Suddenly a great rage seized her. Delicate Parvati began to tremble in wrath before the supplicant Devas. Ah, her body shook so violently that the mountain quaked beneath her feet, and it seemed that the sky would fall and time end. Her roars echoed across the earth, and then the strangest thing began to happen to her as the Devas watched. At her shaking and roaring from that exquisite goddess' tender body sprang another female form. This was the fair Ambika, whose name would be legend across the three worlds throughout eternity. She was beautiful past imagining and fearsome too, and she sat astride her golden beast, a great lion. When this white Devi had sprung from her and stood apart, the goddess Parvati herself became perfectly dark. She was as dark as the cosmic void where no lamp or any star burns. The dark Devi, whom Parvati became when she had extruded Ambika, was called Kalika, and Kalaratri, the night of destruction, who is Durga, the goddess who is well nigh impossible to attain and who fulfills every desire. They stood there, the two Devis, one dark, one fair, both beautiful and dreadful, wearing resplendent silks and ornaments, and bearing fearsome weapons in their fine hands. The Devi Ambika said to the Devas, "Never fear, your enemies shall perish, and you will rule again from Devaloka." Then she set dark Kalika behind her on the lion, and they vanished. The two Devis flew up into Indra's heaven, in the beautiful heaven, where now the terrible Shumba ruled. They flew straight into the immortal garden, the Nandana, and stood under the white, beautiful tree. There the Devi Ambika began to sing softly to Kalika in such a sweet voice that all the wonderful birds and beasts of the gardens were enchanted. The birds in the living trees began to sing the goddess's songs, for they knew that this is where their own songs had come from. The deathless beasts of the garden crowded around the Devis and laid their heads in their hands. Why, that song pervaded all of creation, and far away the Devas thrilled to hear it and quivered in hope. So I think maybe I'll end there. I know it's sort of a cliffhanger, but perhaps I'll try to read again, maybe soon, maybe tomorrow, and read the final part of it. I will tell you that, like she said, the Devi said, she did save the day, but the story is so beautiful, I don't want to be hurried around it. So, Jagdambe Mata Ki Jai, Hariakandeshwari Mata Ki Jai, Vishveshwari Mata Ki Jai, Bole Baba Ki Jai.